The concept of journaling. You might have heard journaling online from a friend, but what I see in journaling is a lot of opportunities. A journal is kind of your own diary for your personal organizations. You can, of course, adjust your own journal according to the person you are, or what kind of journal do you want, or actually what do you want to achieve with the journal. For an example, you could organize your own life so that you could change bad habits to new habits, or just remove bad habits, or just add some new habits. So it's all a bit decisive on what you want with the journal. The journal was created by Ryder Carroll, and in his own words, he said it could be useful for tracking the past, organizing the present, and planning your future. And now let's dive into some tips I have for you while you are creating your own journal. The most important one, I think, is knowing your why. Knowing your why will be the motive for you to even start the journal, but knowing your why will also make it easier for you to plan and organize your own journal. If you want to lose weight, for example, you could make a weight loss journal, but if you just want like a place where you can be creative, you could fill it up with mind maps and ideas you have. So knowing your why will also lead to what kind of journal you will be making. For me it was simple because I wanted to exercise more and stretch more and study more, so I made myself a to-do list and I crossed off every time I did something on the day. It motivated me to actually go back to my journal in the evening and actually cross off that thing to do. The second biggest tip I will give with you today is to keep it simple. Of course you are new to journaling, or maybe you've did it and you want to try it again, but try and keep it as simple as possible, and definitely in the beginning. If you make it too big a journal and you have to write 30 minutes for an example, in the mornings, in the evening, the chances of you continuing your journal will be lower. That's why you should keep it simple in the beginning and build it up until something you really enjoy doing. One of my biggest tips also, and that will be the third tip, is to actually schedule journaling into your daily routine. If you are not a morning person but an evening person, or the other way around, you could make some time in your morning or the evening to actually journal. Give yourself 10 to 15 minutes maybe to actually put something in your journal, so that you can keep your progress with you and that you can always look back and see the progress. Of course there is a choice between if you do it daily, weekly or monthly, but this is definitely something up to you and how well it would fit into your daily routine. As the digital age is coming, it's not always easy to keep pen and paper with you, or maybe even keep this big a book with you if you are journaling for a long time. But then you could also try and do something on your phone. You could mind map into your phone on an online website, for example, and you could come home and then write it into your book. Number 4. Knowing that you won't be able to learn everything there is about journaling. There are a lot of people that try journaling and give it their own twist. There are a lot of people that copy someone else's. But there are also people that combine the two. They first copy something of someone else and then give it a little twist so it could be like their own thing. There are so many different ways to journal, and there are so many different styles and markers you could use. So knowing all about journaling, it's possible. I won't say it's impossible. So my big advice is try giving it your own little twist. Maybe you could copy something from someone else you saw and you thought it was good, but always try and give it your own little twist. This will make it more personal, and this will make your journal into your own ultimate journal one day. But don't let the last tip unmotivate you. Of course, as you will keep on journaling, you will get better. That's with everything. As you keep on doing it and keep on practicing, you will get better at it. It may seem as a burden. At the end of your day, you're tired and now you have to journal. But once you get in and you start doing it daily, weekly, that's something up to you of course, and you start doing it more and more, you will enjoy it more and more and you will be getting better at it. And you will even get more and more curious about how many different ways you could journal. As I already said, I used to journal a lot back in my days to actually start my sports. I excited myself in the ways so that I could cross off in the evening that I did my sports, that I did my stretching, that I did my studying. This way I kept on being productive, I kept on crossing the things off, I kept on keeping the happy feeling of actually doing something in your day. I saw the studying, I saw the working, I saw the sports, but then I also saw the reading, and I completely forgot about it. Well, this way my own journal helped me remind so I could read maybe before bed or maybe the morning after. Of course, I wouldn't have read for the day and I couldn't cross it off, but then I would cross it off for the next day. I'm also really happy to even keep track of my own things. I see at my journal like I am sporting for months, I'm stretching for months, I'm studying on something. And the best thing about it is that you can even put like notes on it. As you see here, I will give you my own kind of twist. I have my to-do list on top of it. For me personally, it's handier if I do it week by week. I will put the days of the week on top of it, then things I want to do in that week on the side, and then I could just really cross it off. Below that are some things I just need to get that week done. To come back on the digital age, of course you could also journal online. I tried it. As you can see, it's not a very big one, but I made a replica of the one that I was using before. As you can see, it's still the same, but this one is actually monthly. I put the number of the days on the side and then like working, studying on the top. I put little X's on them when I did it. The negative side about this is if I did it on the last moments of my day, I would still have like the blue lights in my eyes and I would have trouble sleeping. And that's the biggest plus point I will give to writing in books. You no longer have the blue lights in your face, and that's why I like putting it down on paper a lot more. I have to say, it's quicker made on the computer, so maybe you can make it on the computer, print it down and then you can journal, but I don't know. I like just making it on paper, making time for it. I guess everyone's a bit different on points like that. So I hope you will maybe consider journaling or maybe look it up a bit more. I personally liked doing it, but that's something in the past. Now I'm trying different things to keep me productive. I will keep you tuned in on that. If you have more topics you want me to talk about, you want me to do research on, or you even want me to try, drop it down in the comments. Leave a like if you did find this video enjoyable and if you learned something from this. And subscribe to the channel for more things like this. Thank you and have a nice day.